Okay, my learners, today I want us to solve this question. It's under coordinate geometry. And the question is saying, show that the points R, A, and B are collinear. So the key term here is collinear. So we're supposed to understand what is collinear. What are collinear points? So collinear points, these are points in the same straight line. Let's say we have a straight line like this. Then we have the first point. Let's say this is point A, this is point B, and this is point C. So meaning these points are collinear because they are lying on the same line. So now, even as we are supposed to prove whether these points are collinear. So for you to prove that points are collinear or whether points are collinear or not, you're supposed to find their gradients. So meaning the gradient from this point to this point should be equal to the gradient from this point to that point. If they have same gradient, meaning those 2 points are collinear. So now, here you're supposed to know the formula for gradient, which is m is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Now, let's call this one as x1, y1, then this one as x2, y2. So let's find the point, let's find the gradient between these 2 points, which is RA. So meaning our y2 here is 7, and our y1 is 1, our x2 4, x1 2. So then we're going to substitute all these points into this formula. So meaning we are going to have 7 minus 1 over 4 minus 2. So 7 minus 1, which is 6, over 4 minus 2, which is 2. So therefore 26, which is 3. So meaning the gradient between these 2 points here is 3, this point and this point. So now let's go ahead again and find the gradient between this point and that point. So meaning gradient of point A, B will be equal to the same formula, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So now, let's say this is x2, y2. So meaning, let's say this one x1, y1. So we're going to substitute all these points again into this formula. So our y2 is 7. So we have 7 minus y1. There we have 16. So minus 16 over x2, which is 4, minus x1, which is 7. So minus 7. Then from there, we can now subtract. So I have 7 minus 16, which is negative 9, over 4 minus 7, which is negative 3. And 3, negative and negative, it will cancel. 3 into 9, which is equal to 3. So as you can see, we still have the same gradient. Now, for us to be sure, let's also try to take this point and this point, because they are also on the same line. So now, let's go ahead and find the gradient of RB. So now, let's call this one x1, y1 as it is. Then this one x2, y2. So meaning we have y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So we go ahead and substitute. So meaning our y2 there is 16 minus our y1, which is 1, over our x2, which is 7, minus our y1, which is 5. Oh, sorry, 2. So 16 minus 1, that is 15, over 7 minus 2, which is 5. And 5 into 15 is 3. So now we can see that the gradients everywhere here, they are all equal. So meaning these points are collinear. Then you are going to say, therefore, gradients between RA or between point R and A is equal to the gradient between point AB, which is also equal to the gradient between point R and the last one, which is B. Therefore, these points are said to be collinear because they have the same gradient. So that's how you prove. Otherwise, bye.